Hello there. Welcome back to Scratches. I'll just jump right into it. And I suppose you remember where we stopped. We woke up in the middle of the night, hearing these strange noises. So, let's investigate. It's just a point-and-click adventure, right? How could that be scary, huh? Yeah, this was the moment where I reconsidered. Oh. You remember there was a cabinet here, not a door? Huh. I was awakened from my strange dream by some odd noises reverberating around the room. So that was just a dream. But now we're really awake and there's still a weird noises. Maybe you remember reading the letter about the cleaning people saying there was a rat problem in the house. It's probably, they thought that because they heard these noises. Suddenly the noises seemed to grow louder. I listened carefully as I moved the stethoscope around the fireplace. Yes, the noises were coming from there, but I still couldn't determine their source. The stone in the fireplace was cold to the touch, remnants of a previous fire. Hello? Well, I'm going to check this room again. It wouldn't move. A pair of huge carved tusks were occupying a corner of the gallery. Well, maybe you remember there was a fireplace downstairs as well. And since we heard the noise coming from the fireplace in our room, let's go downstairs and... oh my god. And see if we can learn something from the other fireplace. Nothing there. I think there's another fireplace in this room. Oddly enough, I couldn't hear anything in that fireplace. I'm going to try the stethoscope on this one as well. I think I didn't do that. Oh. The noises were definitely spreading through the fireplaces, probably via some conduit. I concluded they had to be coming from below. was no choice but to check out the basement. I thought about investigating, but then I realized the basement would be pitch black at this time. I couldn't go down there without some light. As much as I wanted to find the source of the scratches, I wouldn't be able to proceed without a light source of some kind. The lamp didn't have any oil in it. I think this is the point where we just go back to bed. Because we can't really do anything. The scratches had stopped. I thought it was the right moment for me to go back to sleep. I'm not sure I could sleep after that, but... well, I'm not Michael. I went back to bed. Sunday, October 13th. On the second day, a fierce storm had assaulted the land. I could hear the trees creaking, or rather moaning, to the lashing of the rain, and I quickly abandoned my hopes of having the power fixed. Of course. Which also means that we're still stuck here, with no means of getting back to any kind of, well, civilization. I mean, the car is broken down, we have no electricity. Oh, what? Okay. At least we still have the phone.
Hello?
Michael, how are you doing over there? The sky is falling here.
You mean this storm has hit there too? Seems the entire universe is falling here. I'm afraid to go outside.
Well, the better then, as I won't be able to come for you. I'm deeply sorry, but it's seemingly impossible driving to Northumberland, even less getting anywhere near the manor. I understand many of the roads are closed.
So much for my hopes of seeing Mr. Electrician today, then. Ah, the benefits of being away from society, eh? I should have listened to you.
Don't panic. I'll come right for you, as soon as this thing is over. You just hang on in there.
It's not like I have any other choice, do I?
I'm afraid not, my friend. This storm has the power to disturb the dead.
Well, it seemed like this very same storm has awakened the evil spirits resting inside my new home.
What's that?
Not sure, but I happened to hear some odd sounds last night. Kind of scratching noises down in the basement.
I do remember the cleaning ladies saying something about rats.
Unless we're talking about mutant rats here, I don't think that's the problem.
Michael, my friend, you were tired from a long trip and stressed about the problems you found there. On top of that, you had moved to a very old house. Guess what's the most common complaint from people moving to old houses?
Ghosts on the loose?
Sort of. Now go focus on your book while you still have enough light. I'll be there as soon as possible. By the way, Michael, I have the combination for the safe right here.
Oh, great. Tell me.
03211. Just remember to share it if you bump into any expensive jewelry.
Of course I will. Bye.
Okay, well that's at least one good news. And we're going to follow up on that immediately. Let's check the safe and see what's actually in there. What's this? Mr. James T. Blackwood. The Blackwood Manor, Rothbury, Northumberland. Dear Sir, we hereby propose to furnish all equipment, materials, and labour to complete the contract for the construction of a second floor for the Blackwood Manor of Rothbury, Northumberland, in accordance with plans and specifications prepared by Mr. James T. Blackwood, dated October 31st, 1960. For the sums as follows. Base bid 34,100. I guess that's not important. Alternate number. Deduct 1,500 pounds, order number 3, and 350 pounds, and 301 pounds. We agree to commence the work as directed and complete all work thereafter within a reasonable length of time, based on our ability to secure materials. Employer understands the construction may last from 18 to 24 months. Permission is granted to make use of the special bank account 319102, created for this particular occasion and located at the National Bank of Northumberland. Contact number 0. Maybe we can call that. I'm not sure. We can always try. And we found a key. What kind of key? It was a generic looking key, blue in color. Okay. Well, we have a few locked doors, or, well, locked things, I should say. There were 2 locked doors upstairs and 1 locked drawer downstairs. If I remember correctly, this key should be for upstairs. Let's give it a try. This was one of the locked doors. And it didn't fit. What about the other one? Aha! That sounds like it worked. Good. Whoever painted those pictures must have been deeply disturbed. Oh, this is the plan of the house, I think. The living room. That was the study with the gorgeous collection of books. The entrance to the house, obviously, so this is where the telephone is. Yep. Dining room. Servant's bathroom, where we found the photos in the bathroom. This is the maid's room, I suppose. The sad room once occupied by the servant. Then this is the kitchen, evidently. Staircase leading to the basement. Smallest of the hallways. Okay, next floor. This is when you're in the entrance hall and you go upstairs. So this is the room we're sleeping in. My lovely room, yeah. So lovely. It was that strange African gallery. The main bedroom. But what's this? When I left our lovely room and went straight, there were only 2 doors, right and left, for the main bedroom and the African gallery. That was odd. I didn't remember seeing that room. Long lower hallway. Bathroom on the 2nd floor. Finally, the floor we're on now. Common sense dictated it was the very same room I was standing in now. All of the rooms on this floor seem to be in very poor condition. Yeah, I think this is where I came upstairs just a few moments ago, tried this door, and then went in here, and that leads up to the tower. These are the other 2 rooms that I investigated one day earlier. So that is interesting. There seems to be a room on the map that doesn't have a door. That doesn't seem to be there. Let's see what else we have here. What did I just pick up? Oh, another key. Several cans of paint were scattered throughout that room, probably all dried up by now. Huh. There's a hammer. Anything else? was the lid of a can that I had picked up for some reason. Yeah. Okay. I think that's all in this room. Let's check the other one. Whoa. That doesn't look very nice. A very dirty can. What is this? An oil can. Can we use this? Ah. A quick cleaning revealed that it was a can of oil. Now maybe remember that our lamp was missing oil. And we have this kind of screwdriver boring tool thing. So let's pierce a hole in the can. And see if we can... Yep. I poured some oil inside the lamp by tilting the can slightly. There was very little of it though. But we have some now. A large robe was hanging from a railing above. I think I have to step back first. No? I should be able to pick it up. Yeah, like that. What could we do next? I think that was all in these rooms. So let's leave. I'm going to check where that room was supposed to be now. According to the blueprints, I found a door to a room should be in this spot. I scratched at the wallpaper only to reveal a doorway that had been bricked up. Huh. I was very curious to learn what was on the other side of the door. I had to figure out some way of getting in. Now this is a good place to get stuck if you don't know what to do, but of course I do. Because I've played it before. What you do is, I think you can see that on the blueprints that the tower, let me just show you. You can see on the blueprints that the tower seems to be close to that secret room. Well, not secret room, but boarded up room. Yeah, here's the tower, and there's the room. And the tower had some windows, if you remember. Oops. A couple of old and rusty lamps adorned the top of the tower. Now, basically, what we're going to do is we are going to climb down there. First of all, let's attach this to the lamp. But he will actually say that that's not secure enough. I think if you try and use it, you have to use a hammer on this to make a hole in the wall, and then you can put the rope through that. And now if we go back downstairs and check the other window, went too far. We check the other window. I think the rope should be there. Yeah, there it is. And now we can climb down. I carefully pondered in the situation and thought about what I was about to do. Why was I obsessed with that room, or whatever occurred inside this house for that matter? I felt a strong urge to go there, even though I was about to risk my life. I decided that climbing down through the window was the only way to get inside the mysterious room, and I resolved to do it. There it is. Let's go inside. With the last of my strength, I managed to get inside the mystery room, and mysterious it was indeed. It seemed as if someone took extreme measures to forget about the existence of this room for some reason. Mr. Blackwood? The angel was supposedly guarding the room, but it didn't make me feel any safer. The creepy wooden horse seemed to be smiling at me. That empty cradle inside such a dirty and neglected room made me feel very sad. A birth certificate. 9th of August 1961. Child's first name is not legible anymore. Surname Blackwood. Date of birth 7th of August 61. In Rothbury, male. Gender mother Catherine, father James. Informant Christopher E. Milton. That was the doctor that lived here after the Blackwoods didn't live here anymore. I wonder if this member of the family was still around town and would perhaps be able to shed some light upon the past history of the house. I had to find some way of getting in touch with him. But of course, for that, I would need the name. I guess we can leave. Whew. Now, there was a date on the birth certificate, and we have a collection of newspapers up here. So the next step is to see if we can find anything in them related to that date. I checked if there was anything of interest back in August 1961. The Journal, Northumberland Daily Newspaper, Wednesday, 10th August 1961. Sad news hit our beloved town today, following an announcement that was received with rejoicing amongst many that one of the most illustrious members of our community, Mr. James Blackwood, was having a child soon. We now have to relate a macabre turn of events. The son that was being lovingly awaited by the Blackwood family died shortly after the delivery due to a strange ailment. Understandably, the information disclosed about this happening was succinct. It appears that Mrs. Catherine Blackwood was already suffering from pains in her stomach, probably an indication that there was something not healthy about her pregnancy. Dr. Christopher Milton, who attended the birth, assured us that he made every possible effort to ensure a safe delivery, but with bowed head, he said that the boy was already doomed ever since his conception. The cause of death has not been stated, but those few close to the Blackwood family have said there were serious complications during the delivery. Helping to relieve that somber news, Mrs. Blackwood was thankfully found to be out of danger. Her husband did not wish to comment about the event. My huge disappointment quickly gave way to an empty void feeling. Something wasn't right here. I began wondering if James Blackwood was somehow involved with the death of his son. I think that was just the other article we already had, yeah. Now, we are going to check out the gallery again, because of what we saw in our dreams. Almost forgot about that, but yeah, we had this strange dream, and in that dream, there was a door behind the cabinet. Let's see. It wouldn't move. This display case was holding perhaps the most impressive items in the room. Yes. It was firmly stuck in place. I'm always... yeah. I was stuck in place quite a long time when I tried to find out what to do here. But yes, you need to use the knife to remove this wooden panel. And then you see that there are wheels. And, No. Don't put it back. Still, I think if you try to move it, it still won't move. But we have some oil, I guess. Can we do that? Okay, sorry for that. I already have the oil can. This is the oil can, and I think the only thing I did wrong was that I really have to be very precise. And yeah, there you go. Have to be very precise when selecting the wheels. And now that they have been oiled, it's possible to move it. The door was heavily barred, and its appearance reminded me of something I had read. Let's use the hammer to get rid of the boards and see what's inside. The room was too dark to see anything. An odd-looking African mask was positioned in the middle of the storeroom. Its presence made me feel terribly uneasy. Now that there was enough light, I extinguished the lamp to save the oil. Dear Christopher, please excuse the tone of this letter. I know I must sound like a raving madman, but I truly can't find a proper way to put together all the thoughts that have been taking my sleep away these past days. This is from 1962. June 24th. There is a reason behind all those recent adversities. It's the mask, Christopher. It's that mask I told you about. I wouldn't believe it myself if I hadn't studied its origins on my own, but it's really the source of all my suffering. The tribe it belonged to. I must confess, I didn't take the mask by appropriate means, and I fear this might have unleashed some terrible wrath against my life and everything that surrounds me. It's been over a year ago since I witnessed the most outrageous acts of violence that not even in my worst nightmares could I have imagined, and the mask was the epicenter of it all. What I was thinking of when I took it is beyond me. It was probably a vicious streak of greed, but I can see clearly now. It represents evil, and I'm truly convinced this evil can somehow take shape and punish those who have disgraced it. I did, and now I must face the consequences. I will take some more time to investigate this. I might even go back to South Africa to seek help. Although something tells me not even returning the mask would do any good. The damage is already done, and I believe it's getting worse as the days go by. Every time I walk past the gallery I can hear some incessant odd chatter, as if something was being plotted inside. And those voices, Christopher, they seem to be angry. Please help me. Come and see me as soon as you can. James. So it seems that he stole the mask from this weird, legendary tribe. Oddly enough, this is the point where you have to proceed, I think, by sitting down and doing some work. I don't think I would be able to after all this, but let's try. Let's see if Michael is able to get some work done. Suddenly she stopped and stood there, paralyzed, hesitant to give any credit to what her eyes were seeing, and completely unaware of the potentially dangerous situation. Surprisingly, there wasn't anything unusual or strange about the event. Little Kathy was hastily crossing the living room towards the huge oak door, her fancy black dress fluttering at every footstep. As the girl reached the doorknob, she turned to look back at Marian and urged her with a whisper to hurry up. But Marian wasn't seeing Kathy. Her memories haunted her back in displaced reality, giving room to the nightmarish vision she had spent months trying to forget ever since her first visit to the old house. In her dream, she saw the little girl, also wearing a black dress, emerging from a passageway hidden in the room. She'd never actually managed to glimpse where the passage was, only saw the girl running towards her, her small face contorted in a horrible grimace. Marian quickly realized it was a twisted version of the Kathy she would know later, as if her figure was then distorted by a veil of smoke. Her exact movements through the room, reaching for the knob, facing her back, those were too many coincidences to ignore. It wasn't a nightmare that she experienced that day, nor a ghost, something she refused to believe in, but was now willing to blindly embrace as the truth, given the shocking vividness of the vision. A ghost would come from the past. What she'd seen came from the... Her thoughts were interrupted as a figure behind her cast a shadow across the doorstep. "You filthy liar, you have betrayed me," groaned a deep voice. So I guess he did get some work done. Whatever he wrote there is not really relevant to the story. It's just part of the book he's working on. But I think you can see how some events are influencing him, because like he's writing about a secret room in there, for example, and about dreams. But that seems to be as much work as he is able to do. I think if I examine the typewriter again, he tells me that he doesn't really feel like working right now because it's too intriguing to him what is happening here. So, Let's speak with Jerry again.
Yes?
Jerry, it's me. You won't believe what I found here.
Try me.
It's about the happenings that led to the murder you told me about. There's an impressive backstory surrounding this place and many loose ends. It would seem nobody ever stumbled upon this.
Shouldn't you be working on your book?
Are you listening to me? James Blackwood was into some very weird stuff, and possibly dangerous. Something tells me this case is much more complex than it was thought to be.
Why don't you inform the authorities? I'm sure they'll be dying to reopen a long-forgotten case about some crazy old psycho killing his wife.
No way. And miss all the fun? I'm doing this on my own. I wonder if those noises I heard have anything to do with this. Maybe James Blackwood was trying to hide something.
Like in that book, where an old man was guarding the entrance to hell. I bet this James Blackwood person had a doorway like that in his basement. Those dreadful noises must be the sounds of the damned coming for you.
Why, thanks, mate. That's been very helpful. Great to have friends like you.
Then stop talking about all this nonsense. Do you have any idea how crazy it sounds? You're a writer, not some fancy PI.
I'll get to the bottom of this. I know I will. I'm certain there's much more to James Blackwood than a simple act of murder.
Now you're sounding more morbid than usual. Simple act of murder? Oh, goody. Just somebody died. Nothing to worry about. This isn't like you, Michael. This whole thing is really affecting you.
Stop being a drama queen. I'm a grown-up and I'm pretty aware of what I'm doing.
Fine. Go chase around the ghosts of James Blackwood. I'll stay here in the real world.
I'll let you know about my progress.
No. Can we actually go outside and check the mailbox? No. Let's see. Anything else to do? Or maybe it's time to go to bed. It is. I lay down on the bed. Something didn't feel right. But what? No noises this time. Well, before we investigate this night, it's a good point to stop again and keep some suspense. What will we find this night? Let's see next time.